Oh, there you are, YouTube. Doodle 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 doo. Subscribe if you're interested, but also no pressure. But if you did, I'd greatly appreciate it. Hey, do you remember a couple, I don't know, it was just last week, I don't know, this November anyway, we started to do some random rankings that were food focused, picking 3 movies from my collection over here, and those movies have something to do with food in them. Maybe the whole movie's about food, maybe just a small segment is about food, but we picked from that collection and then ranked those movies based on their food scenes. So, let's do another one of those. Here we go. Let's do it right now. All right. Oh, what am I doing here? Okay. I'm shutting my eyes so that I don't see what I am picking. What is that? That feels like a box set. And then maybe one from up here as well. Ooh, okay, let's see what we got. Okay, all right. Oh, ooh, wait. Was that supposed to be there? Oh, right. I remember. Baby Ruth? Baby Ruth? So I'm pretty sure that's the only food part in this. That's why I put it in here anyway. When I was trying to think of movies to include, the Baby Ruth scene popped into my head with Sloth and Chunk. And, you know, I love Baby Ruth candy bars. They don't put them in enough Halloween candy mixes. And I don't like them when they're the small squares. The small squares are not very good. What you need is like the bigger ones. But yeah, I love Baby Ruths. I feel like I like the ones with peanuts in them, so I like Snickers, but sometimes Snickers is too sweet for me. I also like Paydays a lot. I like Baby Ruths. If you go to like a hardware store, they'll sell something just, I think it's just called a nut roll. Those are really good also. But yeah, Baby Ruth from the Goonies. So that's the food there. Next we have Ghostbusters, and I'm going to pick the first Ghostbusters movie because of the Twinkie scene, and because of Stay Puft, and because of the eggs that are frying on the counter. Just the, also the refrigerator scene, right? You know, I reenacted that scene years ago. This was before I was on YouTube, when I just did stuff on Instagram. But yeah, let me put that in right now. There's that image right there. If you're interested in taking a look, you can see my refrigerator is infested with, I think Stay Puft is in there, and I think I also have the original Ghostbusters as Legos maybe, or Playmobil. I can't remember, but that is what you're looking at now. But yeah, I love Ghostbusters. I mean, who doesn't? I'm thinking of putting it in my top 5 favorite movies of all time. I've been thinking about that for over a year now. It is currently number 6, but I think I could demote a film that I love very much, but I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like I need to bump up Ghostbusters. It doesn't feel right that it's not in the top 5. But yeah, that's a big Twinkie. Seeing my dad and we would just say that all the time. That was like one of our favorite moments. You know, like a thing we would share a lot when I was growing up, just saying, that's a big Twinkie. Tell him about the Twinkie, that's a big Twinkie.
That's a big Twinkie. Tell him about the Twinkie.
What about the Twinkie?
And, you know, not only that, but you also have Stay Puft, obviously. I got a Stay Puft over there, too. Actually, it's the same Stay Puft that you just saw in the picture. It's a pop figurine. And what else? So he's made out of marshmallow, right? He's not the Michelin Man. He's made out of marshmallow. And then, oh yeah, Dana's refrigerator, and the way it's haunted, and then the counter with the eggs and everything. All of that, like all of that was very freaky. The egg part, I feel like when I was a kid, that was what scared me most. Maybe the terror dogs a little bit, but I don't know, I feel like they didn't really scare me. It was just that the egg stuff, and it was like an uncomfortable sort of thing. It just made me feel uncomfortable. Next, we have Goodfellas. Goodfellas with food, what I think of is the slicing, you know, when Sorvino is in prison, and he's making like the spaghetti sauce for everybody, and it's that is it the spaghetti sauce, right? Anyway, he's slicing the the garlic, like razor thin with a razor, right? So that part has just always really stood out. And yeah, I mean that's kind of, I'm trying to think of other. I mean, well, I guess you know that really long take when Leota is going on that date, you know, and he's taking the back room, and they go through the kitchen and everything, and then they bring him the table, and she's all like, what is it that you said you do? And he's like, I work in construction. That part, I love that part. That is so. That take is impressive. Think of all of the planning that went into that. Think of all of the choreography. I mean, it's not just following the two of them through the back way to get into the club, but they're interacting with people. Ray Liotta's like interacting with people, and then not only is it following him, but when we get in there, like there are other people with like dialogue, and then it goes to the comedian at the end, and it's just like, wow, the timing. I wonder how many they had to do. I should look into that. How many of those takes did they have to do? But yeah, the slicing of the garlic is why we're here, because this is about food. So my question to myself is, how am I going to rank these? Well, for me, I think what I'm going to do, you know, Baby Ruth is iconic. Baby Ruth. So for me, definitely Ghostbusters will be number one because of Stay Puft, and that's a big Twinkie, and the refrigerator scene, and the eggs, and all of that. But now I'm having a tough time. Do I want to put the garlic? Because I do really love that. Seeing, you know, it's like he's supposed to be in prison, but he's in like the cushy part, and he's making them food, and I like the slicing of the garlic with the razor. I don't know. I really like that because I get that. You know, I understand that. I never get that meticulous about it myself. I now grate the garlic, but when I used to slice it, I didn't do it like that. But I like that. And then the Goonies with the Baby Ruth. See, this is what I don't know what to do. I don't know if I want Goonies number one or Goodfellas. Goodfella Goonies. G-O. All these are G movies. Ghostbusters, Goonies, and Goodfellas. I must have pulled them out in some sort of alphabetical order. Having a tough time here. You know what? Both are iconic, but I'm going to go... Well, and we have the diner, you know. The club. The club. I keep calling it a diner. Should I go Baby Ruth? I don't know. I think I'm going to let childhood nostalgia win here. Sorry, Goodfellas. You deserve better. You deserve better, Goodfellas. But for me, it's going to be Ghostbusters, then Goonies, and then Goodfellas. But again, Goodfellas deserves better. All these are great films, wonderful movies. But yeah, my question to you is, have you seen these movies? The food specific scenes, and if so, what do you think of them, and how would you rank them based on the food within them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below, and perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.